Hey, welcome back. What a nice way to start off the weekend. We once again started off in the upper 50s, and now we have clear blue skies filled with sunshine. This is a live look outside on our Sky 9 camera on top of LaBerge overlooking the Mississippi River on this Saturday morning. Now that the sun is up, temperatures are starting to warm, but man, it still feels good outside with the low humidity in place. We're in the low 60s here in Baton Rouge, 63 Baton Rouge, as well as in Hammond, 62 up Macomb, 61 in New Roads this morning. So with the low humidity in place and the cooler start to the day, it is just going to feel fantastic, even though temperatures will warm into the 80s around lunchtime, and we should top out in the mid 80s through the afternoon. But we've got nothing but sunshine to deal with, and we'll keep it dry in place. So if you are headed out to Tiger Stadium, that's set to kick off at 6:45. South Carolina Gamecocks in Death Valley to take on the LSU Tigers. So 6:45 will be right after the sun will set, so it will feel nice in the mid 70s, and with the low humidity, man, it's really just going to feel really good out there. And by the end of the game, it should reach the upper 60s, so if you run cold, you may want a light sweater or jacket with you if you are headed to the game. Different story, unfortunately, for our Southern Jags who are on the road. They're in Daytona Beach, Florida. That game is set to kick off this afternoon at 2 p.m. and unfortunately going to be dealing with some on and off shower and storm activity and also some windy conditions for our Southern Jags, who will be taking on Bethune-Cookman Wildcats over in Florida. The reason for that is because we're starting to see a disturbance developing just off the Florida peninsula there. That's what's bringing some on and off showers and windy conditions for Florida and for our friends over in the East Coast. So while we're getting that northerly wind breeze that's helping to pull in that nice lower humidity, starting to see a low pressure system developing off the East Coast that looks to bring heavy rainfall for our friends on the East Coast, winds, and also we could see some flooding issues all along the East Coast and even to the parts of the Northeast by early next week. So the East Coast is draped with coastal flood advisories and also coastal flood warnings for our friends this weekend and into the first part of next week. All right, let's talk about the tropics. We're still monitoring a tropical storm. That's Jerry. Jerry, as of this morning, still has sustained winds of 60 miles an hour, so it's getting a bit more organized, but it's going to continue to track up towards the north. Then it'll start to interact with the frontal boundary and it'll get pushed back into the open Atlantic, and it will weaken by the first part of next week. So right now, here's what Jerry looks like, a bit more organized than we saw yesterday, but we're also watching an easterly wave that moved off of Africa. This is now getting monitored by the National Hurricane Center. It's tagged for a low chance of development through the next 2 days, 30% through the next 7 days, and you'll notice it's likely it's going to take that northward curve. Back here at home, though, we've got plenty of sunshine to deal with this weekend, but also for the majority of next work week. And check out those morning lows for the next several days. Once again, waking up cool, crisp in those upper 50s.
Yeah, looking good. Thanks, Sydney.